Welcome to Not Factory Approved. I haven't said this for about 120 videos, so I thought maybe it's time I did. The purpose of this channel is to not necessarily show the best way of doing something, it's to show a way of doing something. And if you've been watching for a while, you know that I've learned as I go. So I want to encourage you, don't be afraid to try new things. And if you really can't stand to destroy something, then practice on something that you can destroy. And it's not a big deal. Otherwise, you'll gain lots of experience and you'll be satisfied with your results, or not, the more you practice. So keep practicing, don't be afraid. Time to hook up the backup camera in the motorhome. I bought this one, it's called a Deluxe, and you can guess where it's made. Operating instructions, there you go. So if you have one that looks anything like that, I've seen them on several different products, different names, and there's the telltale. But sadly, you can get one with a 7-inch screen for 65 bucks Canadian, or you can spend 250 to get a 5-inch screen that's built someplace you can trust. So it has this camera head. I've tried it, it does work. Resolution's not bad. I'm not sure it's quite as high as they're claiming, but it's not bad. And it has 65 feet roughly of cable. So that'll get passed through along underneath, I guess. It's the best I could do. Through the cabinets or along the frame, one of the two. And then up through these cabinets and out through the back shelf. Which is here. Back of the motorhome. Probably central, probably right about there. So I put it, this is an E350, so any of the E vans, I'm sure. This one's a 99. I forget what the vintage goes to. 0304, something like that, I'm guessing. So it's got a adhesive backing to it there. I can show you. I just got to find it. There we go. Right here. So I think probably I'm going to have to take it off again and heat those, get an arc to them. This is the best place I could find on the dash. Otherwise it's up top, and I don't really want that. Plus it'll bake in the sun. And being where it's from, I'm not sure I can trust it. So on these vans, there's a panel. See it sitting over there. It has snap clips on it, 5 in this case, on this side. And you pull it off, and then you can mount everything onto this frame. And up here in the wires, the green, black, yellow, red, white, or white is constantly positive, and the red are all switched, which is what you want. You don't want the camera working unless the ignition is on. So I'm proceeding with that. It'll come down through this kick panel underneath here, and then I'll decide which way I'm going from there. I'm trying to sneak it through by the water tank, which is likely, and then along with the water lines, and then I can get, hopefully with my fish, wire fish, I can get through from here. You can get this has access to the top of the furnace and to the plumbing. And if I need to, I can take the shelf, bottom shelf out of this one, and it allows me access to get across. So, the adventure starts now. So this camera has a pretty light current draw. You can tell by the size of the wires. So that's the only spade connector I have. It's the best fit for that socket there. So I just trim off a little bit more, fold it back, and then make sure that this wire ends up on the side of this connector that gets crimped. See the split up the top? You don't want the crimp there. That should be the flat spot, or the rounded side, rounded edge. And then it comes down like that and crimps it. There you have it. The wire goes down underneath. It's crimped, rounded on top, dented on the bottom. So you may have noticed on the last one that I used the fork connector. So I had to cut that off and recrimp it with the spade, the male spade. Never said I was smart. Okay, reinstalled, attached. Got to lift up the wires, of course, and secure them. I put a screw through that one, just drilled a hole instead of mucking around trying to find a spot that I could undo easily. I don't like to use flathead screws, but I kept digging in the jar and that's what kept coming up, so that's what I used. So, and then this is the reverse trigger, so I have to find that line yet. But so far, we have a blue screen. And then you can turn that around like that. Oh, not like that. We'll get there. There it is. Sadly, on a 99 E350, looks like the reverse light switch is on the transmission. I really don't want to splice into that. Run a wire up. So I may just use a switch. It switches power to trigger the backup camera. Jury's still out on that one. Been all through the steering column. I can't find any backup light line there. So I'm thinking this is where it is. Now for the scary bit. To drill a hole in the middle of the body. Can't be covered up. I'm not putting it down there just because all sorts of grit and dirt. So here's the camera head. It appears to be sealed well, but who knows really. Multiple positions you can put it in. Stops and so on. So here goes. Call me crazy. There it is. Makes me nervous. I measured to the middle of the decal. 39 1/4. Put the hole in. Gauged the size of the grommet. Went slightly smaller. Checked to make sure there was nothing in the way there with a piece of wire through the first hole, the guide hole. And now to fish it through. So I'm probably going to have to open that tail light to get it to that point, and then around the corner. There it is, partway through, first stage. Comes through to there. See, it's sticking out, shining in the sun. Looks like I'm going to have to take off the seatbelt reel though. It's too tight underneath. I know it's Mickey Mouse, but I've checked every yellow wire in here, which is what the backup lights run off of at the back, and I cannot find it. So I'm going to run this wire. Green is trigger. I got some green. It's going back with the video cable. We'll do it that way. So there's the success so far. I ran out of green wire, of course. So yellow is on the tail lights, so I'll do that. But there's a yellow wire there. Yeah, no, because the backup lights work. So that is not the right wire. You can try it though, just to be sure. because that would make that part easier. But anyway, I still have the cable to go through. So I got to work on this. Is a hatch that opens from the top, so that's pretty easy. And then I got to fish through this section here past the battery box underneath the shelf that holds the battery box and the water pump. This was the hardest part of this whole job. So I've got the hole there. Here's the fish coming through. I tried to go from here over to that opening there, and I could never get anywhere. And I couldn't get anywhere here either until my wife came with a magnet. And finally we were able to touch the magnet and fish it out very slowly and carefully. So now I got this hooked up, length of wire. Now I'll pull that through that hole, attach that to the lead, and then pull that through. Here goes. Cable connected. The connector is inside. The grommet is in the hole. And it's tight, so that should work. So I'll put a little loop there. The water drips off of it, not in. And then I'll set this up and put it on. Yeah, I think I have to put this against the grommet the way I've got it, because that connector is, that strain relief is a little far out. It's too tight for the cable in there. We'll see. Anyway, I'm going to take this bracket off because I can't get the screws mounted. Let's see what we got here. Turn the key on. Blue screen. No signal. Step on the brake. Put in reverse. And there we have it. Beauteous. So I got to change the video because that's the spare tire, which is on the driver's side, which means everything's backwards. There's a menu for that. There we go. Reverse. There we go. Perfect. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, or even notify, or any of the above, or all of the above. Thank you.